also pretty extensive blue sky tease in any day. In fact, probably more than a tease. I mean, during the Derek solo, he started playing Blue Sky Riff, and Susan played it with him. They sort of played that in harmony, and then he went off on that a little, and then it went into a Gabe solo, and Gabe really played the Blue Sky Riff, and I mean his solo was 100% Blue Sky, um, and Jacob, my son, loves Blue Sky, and he was going crazy. He was a little disappointed that they didn't go into a Blue Sky chorus. Um, I thought it was great to hear it. He thought it would have been even greater if and I will say I think he was right in terms of being a crowd pleaser. If they had got into the chorus of Blue Sky, I think the roof would have blown off the place.
You talk about having the vocal part, like
Yeah, the vocal part.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That's I think that's when they do the full song
yeah,
occasionally with special guests. Is that's the kind of I think that's one of the few times, or maybe only times I've heard them do like a full Blue Sky live is with like
yeah.
a guest and doing the full song. But all the teases are kind of different from each other slightly. They're all slightly different, and I feel like Derek kind of gives nods to different versions of Blue Sky that the Allman
Yeah.
Brothers have done over the years with those teases. And Gabe, I think I could be crazy, but I think he teases sometimes some Jessica riffs too. I don't know,
Oh
if,
yeah,
may
it
not
could
be
be.
during any
Maybe
day.
even did that night, and I could go back and listen to it and see. Um, Jessica and Blue Sky have a lot of similarities. So, in my band, Friends of the Brothers, we always try to keep those two songs really separated for that.
Key of both are they both key of E?
Uh, no, Blue Sky is key of E, and Jessica's key of A.
Okay.
But there's a really similar vibe, and in yeah. So the solo section, guitar solo section of Blue Sky's EA, well, for all the solo sections, in Jessica moves, so the piano solo is on AD, and then the guitar solo is on DG. So it's a little different, but the feeling is so similar, and they're both major keys, and they're both two chord vamps. And they're both, of course, written by Dickie Betts. So as a soloist, you gravitate towards these Dickie Betts style licks, even if you're not playing the original solo. That's where your fingers and your brain and your emotions take you. So there's a certain similarity there. So my point being, like, it is pretty easy for someone like Gabe to slip a Jessica riff into the Blue Sky styled solo. It's not like a big stretch.